Harriet keeps wanting to do gymnastics off our kitchen chairs, so I thought I'd build some contraption for that. Out of 2x4s, of course, but I have to pick my material carefully because some of it is kind of twisted. This part is going to be the top horizontal, and I'll join the legs to that using a mortise and tenon joint right here. I love this dust hood on the panther rotor, but it gets annoyingly in the way for trying to line the bit up with a pencil mark right here. Cutting tenons on the panther rotor uses a lot more range of motion than cutting mortises, and my method of attaching and supporting the hose proved to be inadequate. So I said the hell with dust collection and decided to finish the rest of the tenons without. That was just too messy. The reason I'm having trouble is this dust hood is supposed to point that way and it's supposed to be hooked up to a shop vac. But I don't like shop vacs, so I'm using my dust collector, which has a much bulkier hose. And last time I supported it like this, so I'll try that again. Oops, I neglected to connect the hose to the dust collector. I'll use this twisted 2x4 to cut the shortest pieces where the twist won't matter as much. Over these short lengths, the twist hardly shows up at all, but I'll still plane them flat. Now I'm going to join this with the feet and to give it lots of stability this way. Now I need a series of tenons to go with these mortises, and my favorite method of cutting those is using my screw advanced box joint jig, because a series of tenons like this is an awful lot like a box joint. There's a slightly wider shoulder on either side, and the way I set this up is I have the tape for where I'm starting, and then I just hog out material, taking a little bit at a time until I get to these two lined up. And that's also where this tape is here. And then I can go to my next slot, so that's a turn and a half-ish. And then I make a cut here, 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 and another one here, and that cuts out the 1/4 inch slot. And then I just keep going on to the next one, and so on. Now I need to round the edges of those tenons so they'll fit in the round ends of the holes. I used to have to do this to all my mortise and tenon joints until I invented the panther rotor, but the geometry of this joint is not ideal for cutting on the panther rotor. Having successfully dry fitted the whole thing, I can now put it together with glue. I needed the force of a clamp to get this tenon all the way into the mortise. These are pretty minimalistic sawhorses now, but if Harriet ends up using them for gymnastics, they might be a little bit too tippy for that. So I've got one more change I want to make. So those rails and pegs give the sawhorses some sideways stability. And Harriet was pretty pleased to try these things out. Of course, they have other uses too. And if I put them upside down, they can be table legs. So now the question is, did I build some sort of dance studio bar type thing? Or sawhorses? Or table legs?